Hello everyone, this is the second video about the Merri Health Assessment. So in this video, I want to focus on how you will present your information. So you can use any presentation software that you like. So in the past, people have used Prezi, they've used PowerPoint, or any other thing really. We don't mind at all. It's not mandatory to use any particular software. So I would expect most of you will use PowerPoint, and that's fine. So the key to this assessment is focusing on the main aspects of the Sphericin and Duckett report. And as I said in the first video, you don't need to cover all of the report. Think really clearly about the information that would be of most interest to the board. You can really take any focus you would like. Students who have done really well in this assessment in the past have drawn in other information from other sources. And I think when you look at my slide, you'll see an example of that. You are not required to write a speech, and I think that's really important. So as I told you, I would put together a slide as an example, and I've done that. I've chosen to do mine in PowerPoint just because it's quick. But you'll notice in my notes, they're not notes that I would read verbatim. It's about having enough information in there that you can clearly show that you've got content for 20 minutes. So remember, in giving a great presentation, you might want to give some examples or promote some discussion. So on your PowerPoint slides, what I've seen students do in the past, which is fantastic, they may have a question for the board on the bottom of their PowerPoint slide, or they may have written in their speaking notes that we're going to take a couple of minutes for discussion on how the information that's been provided in that particular slide might relate directly to the board of directors. So just remember that the notes that you provide, your speaking notes, need to be detailed enough that a board member who hasn't or wasn't at the presentation, who picked up your notes, would be able to clearly follow what your presentation was about. So it's really important that when they read them, they know exactly what you've spoken about. So as I said, I've produced one slide just to give you an example of what I would do for this assessment, and it's intended as a guide only. So I've done it really quickly. Most of you would do a much better job than me. So if I was doing the assessment, I would probably use about 5 slides and would consider perhaps focusing on one condition. So you'll see in my slide, I've chosen to focus on asthma. Now, remember though, and this is important, there's no problem if you just want to focus on something really general. You don't have to focus on a condition. I've only given you one slide and the speaking notes for that slide. So what I would have when I put the whole presentation together, I would have a reference list slide at the end of my presentation and a reference list at the end of all of my notes. So I'm really hoping that these couple of videos have been helpful, but as I said to you, the main thing I want to get out of this is I want you to start asking me lots of questions. So I don't expect these videos will have answered all of your questions. In fact, what I'm hoping for is that they'll provoke a whole lot of questions, so then we can get really into what this assessment is about. I hope you're all doing really well, and the first couple of weeks of the semester have been okay for you, and I'll talk to you again soon. So take care. I'll get all of this posted up for you, and I'll send you all a message to say it's here. So I hope you have a great day. As I said, the weather here is gorgeous, so I intend to enjoy the sunshine. Thanks heaps. Bye.